Okay, we're good. Oh my god, my brain. Oh my god, my brain. I hope not. My brain. Oh, thank god. I hope not. That's relieved. Oh, thank god. I hope not. That's relieved. Oh, thank god. Yes, you are watching me change the slides. Yes, you to the one person who's watching right now. I am not having a very good day. 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 Oh, I'm 2 seconds away from fucking mental breakdown. Okay. Fucking mental breakdown. Okay. Fucking mental breakdown. Oh, how's that going? My bad. Just casually remove all those watermarks. Yep. Looks good to me. Alright, since I started late, are you guys okay with me waiting for people to trickle in? Or would you like to just start immediately? You know what, honestly, I haven't even taken my winter jacket off yet, so I'm gonna do that. Alright. Gotta turn out 4? Huh? Oh, I just... What's poppin'? Five? Yeah, it's going up gradually. Alright, I'm dressed in something a little more comfortable. Is there any way for me to just stream the window? What if there's something incriminating on the other things? I think there is. Oh yeah, right, I forgot we had these things. No? No, we don't? Okay. What? Sorry, I know I've already wasted some of your guys' times for coming in late, but I feel like it's in everyone's best interest for me to wait a bit longer, out of courtesy. I swear there was a way to just... Huh? Oh! Oh! Wait. Okay, that works. Just give me a chance to close all my tabs too. Wait, did I just... Oh my god. Your boy's a bit of an idiot. Okay, let me reopen that real quick. Oh. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, you know, pretend the R curve is synopsis. Color me unprofessional, but whatever. Okay, it doesn't look like the numbers are increasing very much, so let's just get started here. So, if you're here, you are here for a CCPC info session. Won't be going over too much if you already know the basics. This is more over, you know, the procedure and kind of what's going to be going down so that you're not surprised when the date rolls, which, may I remind you, is March the 13th. So, yeah. So we'll go on. So, 10:30 to 10:45, we'll have an opening ceremony. Tyler from Synopsys, he's like the head honcho for software engineering, is going to be giving a lecture. Pretty much at the beginning, and then I believe we are the ones who deliver the rules, which is more or less going to be this set of slides. So, I would recommend you stay for Tyler, because he sometimes, or actually pretty much every single time, he's given almost interesting questions or almost like job interview types things. It's pretty cool, and he's a nice and cool guy, so you should probably tune into that anyways. Then we have 10:45 to 11:30. So if you don't feel comfortable or this is your first contest, then you have that period to just kind of make sure everything is working and you're not going to have any technical errors going into the contest. Followed by that, we'll have the lunch break. So after all that stress of the first hour and a half, you can go eat and alleviate some of that stress. But straight at 12, we're going to be jumping straight into the contest. So that involves making the contest live. You guys should be able to submit all your answers, and then the contest goes live. And then from 5 to 5:20, we're gonna, like, I'm just reading off the slides. You guys can read this, but solutions are more or less the same. We're planning to go over some of them during the ceremony, particularly the ones with harder or less of a solve rate. But we will be going over most of the other solutions in the lectures for subsequent weeks. After that, we're going to do our closing ceremony, draw prizes, free merchandise from Synopsys, and Tyler has been generous enough to give almost like a question session at the end of it. So you'll have a chance to talk to Tyler if you stick to the end, which is pretty rewarding. Rules. Again, reading off the slides is worthless if you can read it yourself. Only insight I can give you is that the same rules would apply now as it would before in any other test or competition. You just don't collaborate with other teams. If you are going to use external documents, then you will have to send that to us so that we can verify that there's no cheating. And you are allowed to refer to a public pre-existing code library, which is really nice. It's really cool and nice. But if you use anything besides the document you send to us, then we'll know. We're going to be vetting the winners and taking I think a month period to really review some of these submissions. So be wary of that. And if you do want to really try, then I'd recommend you send us that reference document or get working on it right away. I'm pretty sure if there's any questions, I've breezed over them because I don't have them open. Okay, good. There's no questions. Hey, there's 9 people now. Cool. So, the judge. If you guys have done a single weekly contest, then you know how it works. But for those of you who don't, actually no, there's a lot of information for everyone here. Okay, I'm not gonna sound like that. So, the difference between CAS contests, like the standard ones and the ones that we're going to be doing for this contest, is that sometimes when we write problems, these problems are all going to be unique, right? They're all uniquely written. So when we put them out there, sometimes there's an error, or sometimes it's not clear, because this is basically our débois of the question. So you can submit questions to the clarifications tab, and we'll answer them in a timely fashion. If we obviously can't give you the answer, and if we deem that it's like literally giving you the answer, then we probably won't answer it. But if there's like a wording issue, or if you need something explained maybe a little bit more thoroughly, I think that's like pushing it a bit. But if you want to go to the upper limit, then I think that's okay. I mean, don't spam them with questions. That should go without saying. Don't try not to drive them insane, because they have to do work after the fact too. But other than that, it's more or less the same submission system. And I'm sure this next slide will go into that. Yeah, okay. So input is from standard input, and as per usual, you don't need any error catching. So that would liberate you of syntax as long as it compiles. Output can be printed as standard out after every input. I'm gonna skip that one because I don't have the capacity to think about it. Classes can be named anything. It's like the stuff that you would normally do for a CAS contest. Like, the only thing I can say to new people is that we do have a lecture we have an intro lecture that you can go over that will go in depth with pretty much all these points, and like really, really break down what it means to solve one of these questions. I make it sound a lot more complex than it was. No, it's kind of bare bones, but it'll give you the basics to at least go out on your own. But if there's one key takeaway that I can just say in like one quick sentence, is that you do not print anything besides what the problem asks for. That will result in like an instant wrong answer. And then tips and tricks. So, the thing is difficulty for these questions on CADIS, like let's say we have a 5.8, it's developed via a large pool of people attempting to solve it, and obviously the ratio of people who've solved it to people who haven't. The lower that ratio is, the higher the number typically. With this competition, you don't have the luxury of knowing how difficult it is, because these are brand new questions. So there will be no difficulty indicators on the questions themselves. But this is kind of the bread and butter of competitive programming. You should try to put yourself in a position where you can understand which ones are more difficult, so that you can tackle them as a team. If you have one member that's more experienced, it is in your best interest to make sure they maybe work out the more difficult questions, and then the rest of you guys can work on the smaller questions. Traditionally, in-person events, we have the whole computer lab booked. There's like Subway and juice boxes. But the point is that every team only got one computer, and that means that they had to go out on the side and they had to write on the question on a piece of paper, and then they all had to try to run it on the same computer, typing in their code and their ideas. This time around, since it's online, you guys get the benefit of having 3 computers. So you can literally work on questions at the same time. And don't forget that. That's something that you can use to your advantage. And lastly, the clarifications. Sometimes questions won't make sense, and sometimes we make mistakes. Check those clarification tabs. Just keep it open if you can. Sometimes information will give you some information from there will give you some kind of revelation, and it's worthwhile keeping tabs on that. So, what is that problem set? What is okay, I see what this is. So like I said earlier,
45-minute warm-up session. Familiarize yourself with the system, and then at 12 o'clock, we will give you the official contest. Like, we'll unlock it so that you can actually do it. We'll make sure, just as for comfort of mind, we will be emailing you all of these links. So I would urge you heavily to come to the opening ceremony, because important things may be said, and Tyler honestly has some pretty good things to say most of the time. Most of the time, every time. But like, you will receive these links like probably the night before or well in advance. So you don't have to worry about memorizing them. We'll make sure they get to you, and if they don't, we'll give you ample time to ask us for it. That's also one of the things with the 45 minutes. If you guys have any technical difficulties, you message us immediately and we'll get them resolved. What's next? It's our logo. Okay. Any questions? Is there really small text on the screen? What does that say? What? Why does it show up on the stream but not on my screen? What? That's so weird. One is intentional. God, I can't even read that. I don't know what it says. Hope it's nothing bad. I'm so confused. It's not on my screen. Any questions? I guess I should leave with a few finishing notes, because I guess that was a little bit of a lackluster presentation, but I think the best way this is not our first CCPC. I think this is probably our 10th or 11th or some ridiculous number. So you can go through our previous CCPC contests on Caddis. As a matter of fact, I'll be posting one very shortly. And you will find the questions in the past, and then you'll get accustomed to it. If you have time, then you can go through and you can solve the questions. And then you'll get a really good idea of what the questions are like, because I'm pretty sure for the last like at least 5 years we've had similar problem setters are almost the same. So there is a great advantage to be gained besides learning how to competitively program in doing one of these contests. Obviously, we're all approaching midterm season and it doesn't seem viable, but if you find time, it'll do you a lot. It'll do you a lot of good. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can do besides talk to myself at this point, unless you guys have something to ask me. Oh, there you go. CCPC 2020 warm-up. Cool. Can I just post this? So this was CCP. Who made this? Did we make this? I don't think we made this. I don't know, man. But this is probably a good contest. I'm posting this one. What a nice deed. Save me so much time. It does feel a bit cheap, actually. This isn't even the old contest. This is just a warm-up. Questions. Has the deadline to find a team? No, it has not. If submit it whenever you can. I will be going through that probably tomorrow, honestly, so that you can get acquainted with your teams. Fill out that form as soon as possible so that I can sooner pair you up. The tickets don't even close until, what is it, like the 11th? You got a lot of time, so don't worry about it. Oh, wait, there's one literally called CCPC 2019 rerun. Fantastic. No, I can't find it. That's even more fantastic. How many people are even filled out the team finding form? You want me to give you a number right now? Sure. I'm skeptical. I'm pretty sure last time we... honestly, I shouldn't put a shit on your guys' parade. No, there's probably going to be enough to make quite a few teams. Let me just figure that out real quick. Team formation. How many are we at right now? Oh shit, we have like 8 people who are looking for teams right now. Yeah, no, you're among friends if you want to join a team. Wow, that's actually a lot. This was a good idea. If you guys want to sign up, I'll send the link. Or, I'm sure it's just in the announcements. Yeah, it seems to be in the announcements. If you scroll up a bit, you'll be able to register. Yeah, I'm gonna be I'll be posting a previous contest in a couple of seconds here. Sorry, for the disorganization today. I ran into a really big emergency. Let's see. Oh yeah, one more thing. I mean, I wouldn't encourage this unless you really, really want to compete, but we can enroll you into a regionals team if you want. If you want to go there and have that experience. But you're running out of time. I think the deadline's March 7th. But don't be afraid to ask. How am I still standing? Alright. This is going to be a little bit of a, what do you say, call it low effort for now. Alright. Sending out that contest. It's a bit ghetto. You'll have to click on the questions yourself and try to submit answers. But it should still count on your leaderboard score if you're concerned about that. What does that say? Why does it say something right there? Is that on my OBS? It is. Well, let's see what that says. Oh, chat is disabled for this live stream. What? I wasn't crazy. Well, I just messed up my OBS. Any other questions? Oh, it's because I had to... Oh man, I'm hanging out by a thread. Did I learn anything today? Anything funny I could say? Oh, fuck, I don't know, bazinga. Unless you guys have any questions, I'm probably gonna go make some food before the cheese on the counter expires. Alright. Good luck. And if you're really considering joining, you should. Oh, the regionals team. Okay. So we get to send teams to regionals, and this year it's pretty much free. If you want to attempt to go to regionals, we can send you there. Pretty much. If you have a team you want to go with, just let me know. But you should have a team formed before then. Yeah. If you want to put like a message in general or something. Regionals? Oh, they're against like, God, it's the Rocky Mountain Regional Competition, I think they call it. It should be, yeah, the Rocky Mountain area, whatever that entails. So I'm assuming it's mostly Alberta institutions. UA, U of Lethbridge. Yeah, Chris is doing a better job in answering than me. Montana? The U.S.? Anyways, the real Jazzy C. Yeah, if you find a team, and you want to participate, it's like 1 to 3. You always want 3 because it makes you the most competitive. You can totally just send me a DM and I'll try to get you registered for it. With that being said, if you can't find a team, just look for it in general. Maybe put out a request, like a call for other people to join you. There's money to be earned, but more importantly, there's the convenience of learning this because it's online. So you get the lessons without having to travel to some random fucking convention center in the middle of nowhere. So it might be a lot more valuable and time convenient. God, I still have to go over the junior executive briefings. Ah, fuck me, dude. Alright. When are they? So the contest is, when is the contest? Why don't I know this? Okay, I know the deadline to register is the 7th, which is what you should be most concerned about right now. But let me get you a definite answer on that because it's embarrassing that I don't know it. ACPC 2020 clarifications by Askew. What is this? Leaderboards registration. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm just gonna look it up. Do you know Chris? Rocky Mountain Regionals Competition. That can't be right. It's on March the 6th. Why is registration March the 7th? Huh? No, this can't be right. Huh. Well, it is right. So, I was pulling your leg. Apparently registration ended yesterday. I'm sorry for giving you hope. Yeah, no, it's March the 6th at 12 noon for 5 hours. There's no fees. They put that in all caps. It's just kind of funny. Oh yeah, sure. You Calgary Red, you Calgary Blue. Yeah, okay. I'm glad you brought that up. I'll email Jeff. Hey, don't get yourself down about this. Lots of competitions happen all year. More importantly, there's CCPC coming up the very next week. And plus, I can guarantee you that competition, even if you didn't go there, it'll be posted on Caddis for you to do later, so you can still get that experience if you need it. Sorry for pulling your leg though. Okay, I'll put in that query tomorrow, Chris. Since the deadline's passed, it doesn't matter if I do it as long as it's close. Well, I'm gonna go make mac and cheese, so if you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to DM me on Discord or send our club an email. We'll definitely respond to you pretty fast. And yeah, thanks for